Top Maoist commander Madvi Hidma neutralized. From Dantewada to Sukma and Bijapur, responsible for at least 26 armed attacks. Gunned down in Andhra Pradesh's Sitaramaraju. What was his role in Maoist attacks? India set to become Maoist-free by 2026?
Hello and welcome. You're watching Xplained by NewsX with me, Vineet Malhotra. Today we talk about an encounter that brings India closer to the end of one of the bloodiest chapters in the nation's history. An encounter that brings India closer to the end of Maoism in our country. On your screens is a picture from a major encounter that took place today. Early this morning, in the thick forests of Maredamulli in Andhra Pradesh's Alluri Sitaramaraju district, the man who had haunted India's security forces for 2 decades took his last breath. Madvi Hidma, the tribal commander of the CPI Maoist Battalion No. 1, the youngest Central Committee member, the ghost of Bastar, is dead, killed in a clean encounter along with his wife Madvi Raje and 4 other cadres. For the families of more than 1,200 security personnel and civilians, he is directly linked to today is the day justice finally got up with a man who had become a legend of terror. But who exactly was Madvi Hidma? Born in 1981 in Puvarti village of Sukma district, Chhattisgarh, Hidma belonged to the Muria Gond tribe. He studied only till class 10th in a government school before the jungle swallowed him in the late 1990s. He joined the erstwhile People's War Group as a teenage Dalam member. By 2004, at just 23, he was already commanding platoon number 8. His rise was meteoric because he combined 3 deadly gifts: an intimate knowledge of Bastar's 40,000 square kilometers of forest, fearless combat leadership, and a chilling ability to plan large-scale ambushes with surgical precision. By 2010, Hidma had become commander of the PLGA's Elite Battalion No. 1, the Maoists' most feared strike unit. He was simultaneously heading the Dandakarandya Special Zonal Committee and later elevated to the Central Military Commission. At 38 in 2019, he became the youngest tribal ever inducted into the CPI Maoist Central Committee, the only Bastar Adivasi among the top 15 ideologues. This is not all. Madvi Hidma held a collective bounty of Rs 90 lakhs, including a 50 lakh rupee bounty from Chhattisgarh, Rs 40 lakh from NIA, and a red corner notice. Yet for 25 years, he moved like smoke through Abujmad, the unknown hills that even Google Maps shows as a blank green patch. Let us now walk you through the trail of blood that made his name synonymous with dread. Since 2010, intelligence agencies have directly attributed 26 major attacks to Hidma's planning and execution. Hidma's first big attack was on the 6th of April 2010. This was Tadmetla in Dantewada. The same attack where 76 CRPF Jawans returning from a road opening patrol were lured into a valley and ruthlessly killed by over 300 Maoists using IEDs, LMGs and grenades. Hidma was the field commander of the Maoist cadre and he attacked that day. The Dantewada attack in 2010 remains India's deadliest single-day loss for any paramilitary force. The next attack was 3 years later, on 25th of May 2013, also known as the Jhiram Ghati attack. Hidma's battalion No. 1 ambushed a Congress convoy in Darbha Valley, Sukma. 29 people were killed, including former Union Minister Vidyacharan Shukla, Chhattisgarh Congress Chief Nand Kumar Patel and Salva Judam founder Mahendra Karma, whom Hidma personally hated. The attack was gruesome, with over 200 cadres in 40 vehicles continuously firing for 3 hours. It was meant to derail the 2013 assembly elections and send a message. Even political India wasn't safe in Bastar. On the 24th of April 2017, 99 Jawans of CRPF 74th Battalion were providing security for road construction near Burkapal in Sukma when Hidma's Battalion No. 1 struck. Over 300 Maoists positioned on 3 hilltops waited until the column entered a narrow forested stretch, and at 2:25 p.m., a powerful IED ripped through the lead vehicle, followed by a murderous crossfire of AK-47s and under-barrel grenade launchers. In just 15 minutes, 25 Jawans were killed, 11 of them from a single BOP at Chingtafuka. The Maoists stripped the bodies of 21 Insas rifles, 2 AKs and a mortar tube before melting back into the jungle. Intelligence had warned of movement, but the scale was underestimated. On 11th May 2019, a convoy of Chhattisgarh police and DRG was returning from an anti-Naxal operation in Minpa village, Katekalyan area of Dantewada. Hidma's men had planted a 40 kg IED inside a culvert, triggered by a Maoist spotter hiding in the tree line. The blast flipped the lead MPV sky high, killing 5 policemen instantly, including driver Akash Yadav and Constable Dulgo Mandavi, and injuring 7 others. The Maoists fired a few bursts to ensure no survivors crawled out, then vanished with weapons. It was a classic Hidma tactic: small team, big explosive, maximum psychological impact on forces who thought the area had been cleared. In the middle of the COVID lockdown, when forces were stretched thin, Hidma saw opportunity. On the 21st of May 2020, a joint team of DRG, STF and Cobra was returning after sanitizing a stretch near Desmeta in Konta, Sukma around 4 pm. More than 250 Maoists from Battalion Number 1 and local militia opened fire from 3 sides. The encounter lasted nearly 6 hours. 17 security personnel, 15 from DRG and 2 from STF were killed. 10 others were injured. The Maoists looted 21 weapons, including 8 AK-47s and 6 LMGs. Hidma reportedly monitored the operation from a hilltop 800 meters away, using wireless sets to direct fire positions. It was one of the longest firefights in recent years and a grim reminder that lockdown meant nothing in the jungle. Then comes the Taram ambush, the deadliest encounter since 2017. On the 3rd of April 2021, over 2,000 security personnel from CRPF, DRG and Cobra launched Operation Black Forest near Taram in Bijapur-Sukma border. Hidma had advanced intel from village sympathizers. His 400-strong force, armed with the LMGs and sniper rifles, turned the tables. In a 4-hour battle, 22 Jawans were killed, 31 injured, and Cobra Commando Rakeshwar Singh Manhas was taken hostage and released 8 days later. The Maoists lost only 8 but looted 40 weapons. Satellite images later showed Hidma's men had rehearsed the ambush for weeks in a nearby dry riverbed. The Union Home Minister called it a setback, and we will avenge. And today, 4 years later, that promise has finally been kept. Every single one of these carried Hidma's signature: perfect terrain use, local tribal intelligence, and a ruthless no survivors approach. Civilians weren't spared either. Village sarpanchs, school teachers, road contractors, anyone labelled police informer was executed in public Jan Adalats. What made Hidma truly dangerous was his evolution. While the old Maoist leadership aged in hiding, Hidma modernized warfare. He introduced sniper teams, under-barrel grenade launchers looted from security forces, and even experimented with drone-dropped IEDs. He ran training camps inside the Abujmad, where cadres were taught to strip an Insas rifle in 20 seconds. He kept the Maoist movement alive when the top leadership was crumbling, and after Nambala, Keshav Rao alias Basav Rao was killed in May this year, Hidma was the last commander who could still rally 300 armed cadres on 48 hours notice. So how did the ghost finally fall? Well, the breakthrough came 2 weeks ago when a surrendered cadre revealed Hidma was moving south from Chhattisgarh through Andhra into Odisha to open a new corridor after Bastar became too hot. Andhra's Greyhounds, the legendary anti-Maoist unit, tracked the 6-member team for 5 days. In the early hours of the morning today, near Nilaru village, when the squad stopped to cook, commandos struck. And after an hour of intense firefight, Hidma and his wife, Madvi Hidma, died on the spot. The other 4 cadres, including a woman, were also neutralized. 2 AK-47 rifles, 1 Insas rifle, grenades and 10 kg of explosives were also recovered from him. This encounter marks a major win, a large step towards Maoist Mukt Bharat, a promise made by Home Minister Amit Shah and being fulfilled by the state and central government and forces. Meanwhile, IG Bastar has also spoken on an encounter. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
आज दिनांक 18 नवंबर को छत्तीसगढ़ एवं आंध्र प्रदेश के सीमावर्ती ESR डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आंध्र प्रदेश सुरक्षा बल एवं माओवादियों के बीच में मुठभेड़ हुई। मुठभेड़ के उपरांत 6 माओवादियों के डेड बॉडी सुरक्षा बल द्वारा बरामद की गई। उनमें से ऐसा एक नाम है माओवादियों के सेंट्रल कमेटी मेंबर माडवी हिडमा, जो पूर्व में PLG बटालियन नंबर 1 का कमांडर भी रहा और आतंक का एक चेहरा के रूप में उसका पहचान है। उनका डेड बॉडी भी आज की मुठभेड़ में रिकवर की गई। साथ साथ जो माडवी हिडमा की पत्नी राजे एवं अन्य 4 कैडर्स, कुल 6 माओवादियों का डेड बॉडी और काफ़ी बड़ी संख्या में AK-47 और अन्य आर्म्स एम्युनिशन भी मुठभेड़ स्थल से बरामद की गई। माडवी हिडमा का इस मुठभेड़ में मारा जाना सुरक्षा बलों के लिए काफ़ी एक निर्णायक बढ़त है। न सिर्फ दंडकारण्य स्पेशल जोन कमेटी इलाका, न सिर्फ बस्तर क्षेत्र का, संपूर्ण भारतवर्ष में नक्सल विरोधी अभियान के लिए ये काफ़ी एक निर्णायक बढ़त के रूप में देखा जा रहा है। नक्सल मुक्त भारत, नक्सल मुक्त छत्तीसगढ़, नक्सल मुक्त बस्तर, ये संकल्प है। उसी संकल्प की आगे लेते हुए सुरक्षा बल द्वारा एक इंटीग्रेटेड और कोऑर्डिनेटेड एफर्ट लगातार की जा रही थी। बस्तर संभाग के अंतर्गत जिस तरीके से DRG, STF, बस्तर फाइटर्स, कोबरा, CRPF, BSF, ITBP, SSB एवं तमाम सुरक्षा बल द्वारा लगातार माओवादी के खिलाफ प्रभावी अभियान संचालित की गई, जिसके परिणाम स्वरूप वर्ष 2025 में काफ़ी बड़ी संख्या में माओवादियों का टॉप लीडरशिप, जिसमें उनके जनरल सेक्रेटरी, सेंट्रल कमेटी मेंबर्स, पुलिस ब्यूरो मेंबर्स के डेड बॉडी रिकवर किए गए थे। कहीं न कहीं इसी प्रेशर में माओवादी कैडर्स को छत्तीसगढ़ बस्तर के इलाका छोड़कर उनके दूसरे प्रांतों में शरण लेने के लिए मजबूर हुआ। उसी सिलसिला में लगातार छत्तीसगढ़ तेलंगाना बॉर्डर, छत्तीसगढ़ आंध्रा बॉर्डर में माओवादी कैडर एक जगह से दूसरी जगह भागते नजर आ रहा है। लेकिन कहीं भी जाएगा उनके पास अभी कोई विकल्प नहीं है। यदि पाताल में जाए, आकाश में जाए या दूसरे प्रांतों में जाए, सभी स्टेट के सुरक्षा बल और बस्तर के जो सुरक्षा बल और अन्य एजेंसीज नक्सल विरोधी अभियान में एक संकल्प के साथ काम कर रहे हैं। उनके पास माओवादी कैडर के पास मात्र एक ही विकल्प है, हिंसा त्याग करके समाज मुख्य धारा में शामिल हो जाए, अन्यथा हमारा अभियान का परिणाम उनको भुगतना।
Well, the numbers tell the larger story. In 2010, when Hidma's terror peaked, 1,005 civilians and security personnel were killed by Maoists. This year till today, the number is just 39. Over 500 Maoists have surrendered in 2025 alone. Battalion number 9, once 400 strong, is now down to fewer than 80 active cadres. With Hidma gone, the central committee is reduced to 9 members, most of them over 60 and in poor health. Intelligence officers privately admit that the back of armed Maoism is broken. And for the winners of Dantewada, for the children of Jiram Ghati, for every CRPF Jawan who patrolled those jungles knowing Hidma was watching through a sniper scope, today's closure. The man who turned the red corridor crimson is finally gone, and the jungle once that protected him has betrayed him. And somewhere in Bastar tonight, a mother is telling her son, study hard, become a doctor, not a Dalam commander.
Top Maoist commander Madvi Hidma neutralized. From Dantewada to Sukma and Bijapur, responsible for at least 26 armed attacks. Gunned down in Andhra Pradesh's Sitaramaraju. What was his role in Maoist attacks? India set to become Maoist free by 2026?